So I was just thinking there at night, like, man, maybe I'm getting older because stuff just isn't hitting like it used to when I was younger, whether it be like movies, superhero movies, and just video games in general. Or maybe perhaps the quality of this content is just shit. That could just be it as well. I mean, like maybe it's a combination. Maybe I'm getting older and just having a different experience when I go to these, movies or play video games. I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe you guys will let me know in the comments, dudes. Maybe you guys will have a little discussion down there to help me out here because personally, man, I am not enjoying Battlefield 6. And a lot of people seem to be enjoying it. A lot of people also seem to not enjoy it. And in my opinion, Battlefield 6 is overrated, and I have enjoyed a lot of Battlefields in the past. I really liked Battlefield 1, and I like Battlefield 5. I mean, this is going to sound crazy. This is going to sound crazy. I enjoyed Battlefield 2042 more so than I did Battlefield 6 right now. And that's not to say that Battlefield 6 or Battlefield 2042 rather is like a good game or great game. It's just, it's how I really actually feel. Like, I'm not giving you some nonsense here, rage bait. Like, I don't think Battlefield 6 is a good Battlefield game. I think it's a mediocre Call of Duty game. I think Battlefield 6 is like a Call of Duty wannabe Battlefield. One thing I keep hearing as well, and I see from people when I talk about this on my social media or whatnot, is that the immersion of Battlefield 6 just isn't there at all. And the time to kill is super fast, the maps are super fast, and really, my honest opinion, Battlefield 6 just feels like a Call of Duty sort of with a yellow tint. It's not like a 1 out of 10 game, but it really is a disappointment of a game. But it's like a Call of Duty with no kill streaks. And I also don't like the fact that people like to say, well, compared to Call of Duty, it's a lot better. Like, if you're comparing a piece of shit to an apple, the apple's going to look, excellent, most amazing thing ever, rather than just a simple apple. Like, Battlefield 6 is just, it's an apple. It's all right, man. It's like, okay, I'll have an apple. I'm not like, oh my God, I love apples. And what that's got me thinking is like, am I getting old or whatnot? But then, no, I don't think it's that too. I just think people have a lower level of, I guess, requirement for things to be good nowadays because movies are as well seem to be shit. And I hear people saying, oh, this movie is good. And I go watch it. I'm like, no, that was garbage. But before I get ahead of myself there, the gameplay in the background is Fortnite. Like, I enjoy this. So I don't think I'm old because Fortnite is not exactly a game for old boomers to really be playing and enjoying it. So I'm thinking at the same time, I don't think I'm getting old. I do not. I just think content sucks. I just think movies are not that great. I think video games and the bar and the expectations people have nowadays, the younger group of people, because they didn't actually get to enjoy actually really great content in the past. So to them, I mean, also that sounds like an old man take. Like, when I was a kid, things were a lot better. Like, probably not. But I mean, the fact that I do enjoy Fortnite and the gameplay in the background you're seeing is Fortnite and the Fortnitemares, like, I play that, I'm having a blast. I love the ambience, I love all the Halloween themed stuff, I love all the different stuff and POIs they put into the game, and they put like so much effort and new maps. Like, literally a Halloween update for Fortnite has more content than any Call of Duty Warzone map update has had in years. And that's not even like exaggerating. Like, it literally has Jason and Ghostface Killer, like as if I was like Wu-Tang and nothing to fuck with, and just overall different stuff they put in the map. It just destroys anything of Call of Duty or anything I've seen before in the past, I don't know, 6-7 years it seems. But then, like I said, back to Battlefield 6 and then movies as well. I mean, like, dudes, like, okay, Battlefield 6, let's just get that out of the way before I move into movies and our pop culture, which I think are shit now. And all these movies that people are saying this last summer were so amazing, I went and watched them, or watched them on demand and on a big screen TV with a surround sound system and thinking like, this will be good. Nope, made it about 25-30 minutes and turned that shit off. But Battlefield 6, like I said, Battlefield 6 is just whatever, man. Like, it's not that amazing. And I'm telling you right now, this is my prediction. And you know what? I don't mean to be like, egotistical, super sexual, stub muffin elite gaming athlete, but let me be one, because 99% of my takes when I'm actually being serious end up becoming reality. And the reality is this, is that I was right about X-Defined. Everybody was hating on me. Everyone said X-Defined was so amazing. Well, where's that game now? Gone. You know why? Because no one played it. I don't care what the reasons are and excuses and the copium you try to use. If people played X-Defined, bought the skins, and actually put a lot of time into it, EA wouldn't have shut it down because EA is a company and their job is to make money. They're a publicly traded company. They can't do things to shoot themselves in the foot that are counterintuitive to making a profit. So XDefiant, clear the air, didn't make any money. That's why it shut down. Everyone else can use the copium and retarded excuses they want, but they're wrong. I'm right. I told you XDefiant was done. It's not a good game. Splitgate 2 comes out. I said that game sucked. Made it about like 2-3 hours, and everyone, oh, it's actually pretty good. No, it isn't. They actually canceled that game, took it out of the beta, and had to go back and rework on it because it's like all these people get mass formation. They all just get brainwashed. They don't even think for themselves. They all just hear someone else say something, and then they convince themselves that what they're hearing is the truth, and they tell themselves that's how they actually feel because they don't really, like no offense, majority of you watch this video really don't have, free will. Like you don't have the intellect or the actual willpower or intelligence to actually make your own decisions in life. And you know what? I don't know if I'm that intelligent. I just naturally am a person that goes as a counterculture type against the grain person. I am a contrarian, so just by nature, I'm always going against things, and usually that works out for the best. But I told you about XDefiant. I told you about Splitgate 2. I told you about all these Call of Duty games that like 15 years ago when I was making Call of Duty content and how esports and how all these sweats and skill-based matchmaking coming down and all this stuff happening 15 years ago before any Blame Truth or anybody else on the internet like Near Cinema was talking about the problems with these games and all the issues we're having now. I told people 15 years ago what was coming down the pipeline, and where are we now? I mean, I made videos 15 years ago about streamers and esports ruining public lobby matchmaking and all that stuff, and where are we now? We're there. I was ahead of the curve, and I'm telling you right now, Battlefield 6 is not going to last. I'm telling you right now. Mark it again. Battlefield 6 is going to fail. And not fail, but it's going to fall off considerably. Most of the hype you're seeing for it right now, for Battlefield 6, is more so, and I'll say this again, is more so hate and disgust for Call of Duty and what they've done the last years. More so that than how amazing Battlefield 6 is. If we were in the heyday of Call of Duty, Battlefield 6 would not be doing as well as it's doing, which is fine. But Battlefield 6, here right now, is going to fall off considerably from where it is right now. So a lot of numbers are Call of Duty gamers playing Battlefield 6. Some of you will stick around, some of you will enjoy it more, and that's great. But majority of the people playing right now, they're going to go back to Call of Duty because Battlefield 6 is not that great of a game, and even the Battlefield 6 community, like Battlefield people, are going to recognize that. But as well, people nowadays, young people's, expectations and bar for actually having a good video game is very low. So maybe they will stick around. But I'm going to say I'm 90% sure that in about 3 months, we're all going to see Battlefield fall off and Call of Duty or whatever. I don't know if Call of Duty will be up there because who cares? But Battlefield won't be. Now I want to get into movies. I want to get into movies that culture, and maybe this is the type of this video. Maybe I'm just an old fuck. I don't know. But like, I want to make this example. The Superman movie by James Gunn this summer, everyone was pumping it up as like so great. I see online, oh, it's amazing. I look at like this critic score and Metacritic and audience score about how it was so much, great Superman movie, which is like, I'm getting tired of that too. How many fucking remakes of a movie are we going to put out? Dude, Superman's been around since the 80s when Christopher Reeves, fell off his horse and now paralyzed. Like, God, what are we talking about here? I mean, there's been like 40 something different Superman movies all doing the same thing, just remade differently. It's like, how fucking morally and creatively bankrupt are we that this is the type of content they keep putting out? But anyways, this new Superman, James Gunn, I'm like, okay, everyone was like, just whacking it off like it was the greatest thing in the world. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna check it out. So even my wife, we went and checked it out. And like, I've liked previous superhero movies, Avengers, when all that stuff was going on, and Marvel, I thought was amazing. The Supermans, the DC versions with Batman versus Superman and Justice League or what the hell it was, with a 5-hour D. Snyder from fucking Twisted Sister made with Henry Cavill as well as Superman. I enjoyed those. So like, that's not that long ago. And then I go now and I see this new Superman by James Gunn or whatever. Boob roasted. I watch that. And like, my wife make it like 25 minutes maybe into the movie, that one scene where that little creature turns into a giant in downtown New York, and then like he goes to step on Superman and he's like making stupid quips and stuff. I was like, okay, fuck this, I'm out. I turned it off. I was like, this is just horrible. It was worse. It was bad rather before that, and then it just got worse and worse. And I was like, okay, I'm done. I can't handle this. And that just seems to be the thing it is. Like games too. It's like, I don't know, nothing's really rocking my cock. Not, it's not like I'm getting a stiffy here over a bunch of stuff nowadays. When it comes to gaming and content, it's not like I'm depressed and having some kind of like, episode where I'm down on life. Like, I feel great. I feel fantastic. I feel amazing. I feel like a stud. You know what I'm saying? Ask Maria. Like, I don't know the last time I even went to the movies. Like, I haven't gone and seen any movie at a theater for a few years because nothing is really exciting me. I mean, I watch a lot of Netflix or Apple or stuff on Prime. I have all my subscriptions to those, and I enjoy a lot of the series. I'm King of Tulsa. That's pretty fun. That's stupid as well, but it's actually entertaining. And Netflix series here and there are pretty good. I watch a lot of the Apple shows, even though they're made by a lot of SJW type people. They're still really entertaining, like Studio with Seth Rogen, Invasion, and Foundation, and all these goddamn shows. I tried to watch Stick. That was horrible because they had some transgender. Oh, I'm not gonna get into that transgender nonsense with Owen Wilson. I'm a big golf fan, and that was fucking horrible. Hated every character in that movie. Owen Wilson was nothing but a cuck, and even my wife was like, yeah, we gotta turn this shit off. But anyways, my point is, like, I like to watch a lot of shows and movies, but not in theaters. All the big movies and all the big things that are usually was exciting to go and watch in the theaters, like Avengers, or even just any movie in general that I used to look forward to go watch in theaters, I just don't see them anymore. And gaming too, there's very few games that really are coming out that are going to be amazing. Like this next year coming up, I'd have to say is probably the best and most anticipated year of gaming for me, namely because Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out. But even then, I am still a little bit trepidatious and a little bit worried about how that's going to go, because the people who seem to make content nowadays, for me at least, don't really seem to be doing a good job, and most of it is hyped up, and then it comes out and it's just mediocre slop. And it's not worth me going to a movie theater and spending 20-something bucks per ticket or whatnot when I could just stay home and, have the comfort of my house and watch, Netflix or other shows where it doesn't really cost me much except my little 20 bucks a month subscription. But yeah, gaming 2026, I'm really hyped for, because first of all, Fable is supposed to come out, and Fable was my first RPG ever played way back on the Xbox with Chicken Kicker and all that. Was just, Chicken Kicker, for those who know, just amazing game. And then, I've played them all through the years, multiple times, and the new iteration of Fable, once again though, a little bit worried because the people making games nowadays and what they consider to be fun is not what I consider to be fun or entertaining, might suck. But you never know. Grand Theft Auto 6, Fable, Battlefield 6, like, honestly, I was looking forward to that this year as well. Like, I went and bought it. I actually bought it on Steam. I didn't make the 2-hour mark, and I refunded it. And then I was like, you know what? I got EA Pro for a little bit still here from a old subscription after I've canceled it, but I still had like another month left. I was like, I'll download on EA Pro and, just see if maybe give it another chance. And I played it for another hour or so on that. And you know what? Uninstalled it again, and now I'm back to playing Fortnite. Oh, yeah, another thing. I tried Skate. I used to love the Skate games back in the day, bro. I tried Skate because that was free too on EA Pro. Bro, that sucked as well. I made myself a big, fat, black woman, transgender-looking person just to have a good time making jokes. I couldn't even entertain myself with that for more than the tutorial part, and I was like, this is same shit, different game. Everything's the same. Like, it's like, when you get older, you start, realizing that, like, there's only so much you can do, and then you're just repeating the same cycle over and over again, like Call of Duty, which is fine. Black Ops 7, no skill-based matchmaking, I think I'm going to be enjoying that, because it's just, I don't really, care that much anymore to get into something and put all that time into it, and Call of Duty's perfect for that. And that's why I like Fortnite as well. I think it's just a fun game. You jump in, you can buy some skins, you play a little battle royale for an hour or two, and you get entertained, and you move on to something else. But like Battlefield 6, bro, it takes something like 20 hours or 15 hours of gameplay to rank up a gun. 15 hours, man. Like, who the fuck has the time or patience for that? Like, I don't want to sit there and waste 15 hours to rank up one gun to unlock anything. Like, I was noticed that when I was playing. I was like, damn, I just got a lot of kills in the game. Literally unlocked one little attachment for the gun. And like, it's the same shit though. That's another thing too. Like, there's the exact same formula. Once again, rinse and repeat from Call of Duty. Why would I play Battlefield 6? Which honestly to me is a broken Call of Duty. It's like a bad Call of Duty. It's like a wannabe Battlefield with no kill streaks, and it's a wannabe Call of Duty with like army and better graphics, I guess, and better destruction, and trying to meld those two together. But why do I want to do the same thing over and over again? Like, unlocking guns is just the same boring cycle I've been doing Call of Duty forever, having to unlock certain attachments so I can put them on my gun. Oh my god, my mind's so blown. I'm running through a warfield again with my same exact guns from the previous battlefields. It's like, dude, If you've been playing these games for 20 years, I mean, maybe I think it'd be kind of normal. I think it's kind of like, expected that you would be getting tired of this by now, right? Like Call of Duty. I'll play that for an hour or two, too. I can't sit there and do what I did before, where I used to come home from work and sit there and play the game for 4 or 5 hours and then, like, couldn't wait to get back on again, because you got to be mentally retarded to keep being entertained over and over again by the same stuff. But yet, a lot of people out here seem to be getting entertained by the same thing over and over again. Or, once again, I'm old as fuck. And this is new to all you people. This is new. It's a new experience. So for you, you're like, hey, something different, something new, and it entertains you. And that may just be what it is. And at the end of the day, though, my take, though, the end of the video, I think it's a bit of both. I think content nowadays isn't as good as it used to be. And at the same time, I'm old. Not old, but I'm older. Old compared to most of you probably watching this video. Maybe some of you are actually my age. I know that as well. But it's a combination of getting older as well and seeing it done so many times before that is played out as boring. It's like, hey, it's nothing new. I'm just, recycling the same content over again. Everything that's been done has been done, and they just try to tweak it a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's the same shit, different year. And I'm not a moron. I have an IQ above 50, and it gets tiresome and boring. It's got to be something extraordinary to rock my cock. And I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing enough movement in the chat, if you know what I'm saying. So, hey, thanks for watching the video. I'm the Ghost of 8. Be cool, stay in school. And last but not least, and most importantly, say no to drugs. Most importantly, stay black. Question authority, the hockey cracker, reptilian shapeshifters, Bill movies, stars, screen chills, 7-Eleven was inside jobs, dual tire, 7 that Bohemian Grower, Alzards is flat, million is fake, Alice Jones is Bill Hicks, and the fluoride is turning the frogs gay.